I wonder if you've ever created a spreadsheet. I'm thinking most of you haven't. So today I'm going to teach you how to create a spreadsheet using Google Sheets. Now to begin with, you need the assignment. You're going to find the assignment on, well, Google Classroom. So we're going to go to Google Classroom. As you can see, I'm there. You could find the assignment under Stream, or you can go to Classwork. Me, I prefer Classwork just because it's broken into categories instead of just one big stream that you kind of have to surf through. So I'll go to Classwork, and when I get to Classwork, I have topics set up here over on the left. You can go directly to what you're looking for, or you can scroll through all the things that we've done to find what you need. I'm going to use the menu on the left and choose the topic of Google assignment because we will be using Google Sheets. It is a Google assignment. So I go to Google assignment, and here's the assignment. Notice it's dated the date that we're doing the assignment, and Secret Santa Spreadsheet. That's what we're doing. Here's the instructions. Click the link below, find the instructions for the Secret Santa Spreadsheet. Once you're finished with the assignment, you will turn it in here using the menu on the right. If you have questions about how to do the assignment, go to Resources on Google Classroom and find the Secret Santa Spreadsheet how-to video that I posted, which is what you are currently watching. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and open that up. So I'm going to click on it. And over here is where I will turn the work in once I'm finished. I'm not finished because I don't know what I'm doing yet. So here's the assignment sheet right here. So I'm going to click, and this is what it tells me to do. Notice that it's numbered. I highly recommend that you go in the order in which it is presented. You don't want to skip around. If you do, you might forget to do something, and that would not be good. So I'm going to go ahead and choose to open this with Docs. So I'll choose Google Docs. It makes it a little bit bigger and perhaps easier to read for you. If you can read it on the other screen, that's fine too. So I have my instruction sheet opened here, and basically I'll just go down the list and get them all done. So it says here that I'm going to be randomly assigned someone to purchase gifts for. Notice purchase is in quotation marks. I'm not really having to buy anything. It's just an assignment. So I'm going to, let's say I've already gotten that done. So I'll highlight that one, meaning it's done. That's a good way for me to keep up with what I have done and what I haven't done. So now I can go down and next thing, create a new Google Sheet in my Tech Class Spreadsheet folder. All right, so that's what I'm going to do next is create a new Google Sheet in the Tech Class Spreadsheet folder that I created in class. So here we go. So here I am in my Google Drive, and I am going to go ahead and show you how to create a folder in Google Drive so that you can keep your stuff organized. So I'm just at my main Google Drive. I'm not within any subfolders or anything like that. So I want a folder, a new one. So I'm going to click the plus sign over here on the left and choose Folder. And I'm going to name this Tech Class and create a folder. All right, now the instructions on my Google spreadsheet said that I need to create it in the Tech Class Spreadsheet folder, so that's why I created that. Notice now when I'm looking at my drive, I have a folder called Tech Class. Now I'm going to go ahead and get inside of that folder, so I'll double click it. And now that I'm in it, I'm ready to create my spreadsheet. You see, you want to be in the folder where you want your spreadsheet saved so that it's easier to find later on. So I'm going to go ahead and hit plus, and I'm going to choose Google Sheet. All right, so now I'm going to go back to my instructions and see what I need to do next because I have successfully created a new Google Sheet, and it says my file name is Secret Santa. So I go back to my spreadsheet in this tab. Right here in the top left is where you put your file name. Untitled spreadsheet is what it's currently called. You're going to need to change that so it's easier to find later on. It has a unique name. This one's called Secret Santa. So I just clicked in that top box up there and typed Secret Santa. And I've done that. Now I'll go back to this tab. And the next instruction says, enter the following labels in cell A1 through C1, and it needs to be centered. Notice that centered is bolded. So I need to put product name, that's going to go in A1, store name will go in B1, and cost will go in C1, and all of them will be centered. Now, this is my spreadsheet, and I know I'm giving off these coordinates like you know what I'm talking about. You see, spreadsheets are broken into rows, which are numbered, and they go across. You can see them numbered here, 1, 2, all the way through 20. And they have columns that are lettered, and the columns go across. And when a row and a column intersect, you get what's called a cell. And each cell has its own address. So the cell that I'm currently sitting in is in cell A1 because it's at column A, row 1's intersection. If I just randomly click somewhere, I can see that I am in cell G9. Okay, so that's how you understand the cell coordinates. So when the instructions over here tell me to put the labels in A1 through C1, that means in A1 I'm going to put product name. So I click in A1, I want it centered, so I find the center button on the menu. So if you click here, choose the middle button. Notice when I point my mouse at it that it actually shows up center, so I know that's what that is. Now it's going to be centered, and all I have to do is type product name. Now I'm going to hit tab, and it will move me over to B1. The instructions told me that in cell B1 I put store name. So store name. Now notice it's not centered. I forgot to turn centering on. So I'm going to click back on cell B1. Over here on the menu, I click the alignment button and I choose center, and now it is centered. Let me go ahead and center C1. That is cost, and that's done. Now, if you want to center them all at the same time, by the way, you can just select every single cell that you want centered and then click the alignment button. That's the faster way to do it, but you need to be familiar where the buttons are located. All right, so I've done that instruction. So I'll move down to the next instruction. Resize the column width for column A and B to 300. All right, so I click here. And to resize, it's real simple. I'm going to point my mouse at the A, and I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to choose Resize Column. Now it's currently a 100. The instructions told me to make it a 300. So I choose 300, I type in 300 and click OK, and now it's a 300. I need to do the same thing with column B, so I'm going to right-click on the B, resize column, change that 100 to a 300, and it's a 300. All right, that instruction's done. Now I'm moving down. Remember, for those of you who get lost in the instructions, once you get something completed, you could always just simply highlight it using this button right here, and pick whatever color you want, and boom, now we know that's been done. So if it helps to keep you organized to highlight it, by all means do that. All right, so the next one, I'm on number 6. Format column A and B text wrapping to wrap text. All right, so I go here. It's another right click, so I'm going to right click on the A column, and I am going to choose, I forgot what the instructions told me. Forgetful me. All right, let's try again. Format column A and B to text wrapping wrap text. Okay, here goes. So for text wrapping wrap text, I am going to right click, and in Microsoft it's in the right click. Here I'm going to format. There we go. Text wrapping. If you're watching this, you got a good laugh out of that one. And wrap. There. So again, I clicked on the column A. It's a left click. I click on column A, then I go to format, then I go to text wrapping and choose wrap. What that'll do is when I put something in that's got a really long name to it, instead of making it spill over into column B, it'll wrap it around and keep it pretty. So I'm going to do the same thing for column B. I click on the B, I go to format, text wrapping, and choose wrap. Now that's done. Now I go to the next instruction. The next instruction says select cell C2 through C10 and click the $ on the menu. I'm on number 7 right now. So select cell C2 through C10. To select it, by the way, I just simply click with my mouse and drag down. Now I have cells C2 through C10 selected, and the dollar sign is located right up here. All I have to do is click it. Now, anytime that a number goes in here, it's going to automatically put a dollar sign for me. So if I put in $59, look at that, it puts a dollar sign for me. Okay, all right, so that one's done. Now it says on number 8, in cells A2 through A8, type the names of 7 items you would purchase for your Secret Santa for Christmas. You have a budget of $1,000, so do not spend more than your budgeted amount. Go online and shop. As you shop, save the pictures of the items you purchased to your Google Drive for use in the video that you will be creating. All right, so now it's time to go shopping. I have my Secret Santa information and I am ready to shop. I'm buying them 7 things. So let's say that on my Secret Santa shopping list, I had somebody who wanted, well, let's say they want a Fire Stick. Why not? We'll just pretend. The Amazon Introducing Fire Stick Lite. Sounds perfect. Okay. It's only $17.99. Everybody needs a Fire Stick. So let's just do this. That's the name of it. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to my spreadsheet. Paste it in. Now, when you paste, if you choose paste, it's going to keep it in that same font that it was on Amazon. That huge font. It's not going to look right. So what I'm going to do is right-click, choose Paste Special, and tell it to paste values only. Then it keeps the font with whatever is on the current spreadsheet. Now, store name, where am I buying it? Well, I'm buying it from Amazon. So I just type in Amazon. And the cost, if I buy it today, looks like it's $17.99. Whoop, whoop. That's a pretty good deal. So I type in 17.99. Make sure you put that decimal. Notice it added the dollar sign for me. And I've purchased the first thing. Now the instructions told me to make sure that I save a picture because I'm going to need it for my video later. So the problem with Amazon is when I attempt to save it, just do a right-click Save Image As, it wants to save it as a web page and it will not work for my purposes. So what I'm going to have to do is use the snipping tool to get this particular picture. Let me get the one that I want. I want that one. And I'm going to go down here, choose Snip. You can do Snipping Tool or Snip and Sketch, whichever one. And I want a new one. It switched images on me. Hold on. Let me try again. I want that minimized. I want this. Okay, I'll even take that. And then my new snipping, there. Okay, I'm ready to snip it. I'm going to take this and I'm going to save it. So I click the little save icon in the top right corner here and I'll stick it in Pictures Fire Stick. That's what I'll name it, and save. Now I'm putting it there because I'm going to need it for my video later. All right, now I have officially snipped the image and I am ready to move on to the next item. Let's say the next thing that I'm going to purchase for my person is, okay, I'll buy him some chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? Me at $38. My goodness, that costs way too much money. Okay, not buying that. So, okay, maybe I'll buy a vacuum cleaner. Maybe I'll buy it at Walmart. Let's share the love, right? We don't have to buy everything at Amazon. Let's go with, robotic vacuum. Here we go. So I'm going to buy the Eufy robotic vacuum. Alrighty. So I'm going to highlight it, copy, go here, paste it in. Remember, when you right-click, choose Paste Special, paste values only. And now I'll put where I bought it, Walmart. And this one is going to cost me $99 if I buy it today because it's some kind of Black Friday special. And I need an image. Let's see if Walmart will let me take my image. Save as. Nope, trying to save it as a web page also. They don't want me to be able to get to that image apparently. Let's try this one. It's going to do the same thing. All right, so that means I got to use the snipping tool again. So I'll snip that image and save it to my computer just like I did before. I'll go to snip. And new. I'll take, I guess, this partial one. It's kind of ugly, but we'll go with that. And I will save it. I'll call it vacuum just for the sake of simplicity and save. Okay, that's for my video later. All right, now you'll be buying 7 items. Now to save us a whole lot of time, I'm going to go ahead and get stuff that I've already went and looked up. Now you don't have this because you've not already gone to look things up. So face value only. All right, there. So I have all 7 items now filled in. Notice I'm shopping anywhere from Amazon to Walmart to Dillard's to James Avery, Bath & Body Works, and Crabtree and Evelyn. So now I'm ready to move on to the next instruction, which is in cells B2 through B8, put the name of the store where you found the item. I've done that. In cell C2 through C8, put how much the items cost. I've done that. See, here's B, here's C. It's all filled in. All right, so let's move on to the next page, number 11. In cell A10, enter the words total spent. So I'll go down here to A10. I type in total spent and go back. That one's done. Number 12. In cell C10, insert the formula to calculate the sum of the cells C2 through C8. Hint, click in cell C10, then click the symbol on the menu and choose sum. Then highlight cells C2 through C8 and hit enter. It should add them up for you. All right, so that's pretty wordy instruction there. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to get in cell C10. That's where I am now. Notice the C is highlighted and the 10 is highlighted. C10 highlighted. Okay, so I'm in C10. Now, to get formulas on your menu bar, way over here on the right, there's a backward-looking E. It's the function symbol, okay? And so I'm going to click it, and I'll choose sum. Now, it wants to know what do I want to find the sum of. Notice that there's a formula there. All I have to do is highlight the numbers that I want to add up. So I'm clicking with my mouse, click and drag, and notice that the formula now says sum, C2 through C8. That's what I want, so I'm going to hit enter. And it calculated the total amount of money that I spent, $451.98. So I have officially done that one. Now, number 13, select all cells and change the font to Laura size 12. So I click here. I pick everything. So I start in cell A1 and I go all the way down to C10. And here's my font right here. I'm going to click and I'm going to find Laura and then I'm going to choose size 12. All right, so now that one's done and I go back to the spreadsheet. Number 14, sort the cost of each item in descending order, that is largest to smallest. Highlight cells C2 through A8, make sure you do it in that order, C2 through A8, then go to data and choose sort range by column C, Z through A. Make sure you highlight column C through A, not A through C. Okay, so that'll make more sense once I show you. Here goes. So I go here. And I'm going to start with C8 and across and up to A2. All right, so this is what I have highlighted. This is what I want to sort. I only have highlighted what I want to sort. I don't want to sort my labels and I don't want to sort my total spent. So this is highlighted. Then I'm going to go to data and I choose sort range column C and I want biggest to littlest, which is Z to A. Now it's in order from the biggest to the littlest, that which I spent the most money on to that which I spent the least money on. So that one's done. Now number 15, in cell A11, type Secret Santa and the name of the person you purchased gifts for. So in A11, so I'll go down to A11, and I'm on the wrong spreadsheet. Okay. In cell A11, I put Secret Santa gives for somebody's name. I'll just put Dwayne Johnson. I'm sure he'd love this stuff. And then I put my name in cell A12, which is, by the way, what the next instruction tells you to do. In cell A2, type your name. Okay. Turn the completed spreadsheet into Google Classroom. It's a secret. Don't tell anybody whose name you have or what you purchased for them. So I will go to Google Classroom and I will turn in my completed Secret Santa spreadsheet, which I have saved on Google Drive in my tech class folder. It's important that you know where it's at because you're fixing to have to go find it at Google Classroom. So I'm in Google Classroom now, and I'm ready to turn the assignment in. And under classwork, and then I chose Google assignment over here on the left, and I'll open the assignment up, and over on the right here, I'm going to hit the plus sign, and it wants to know, where do I want to get the file from? Well, I saved that spreadsheet on Google Drive, so I will click Google Drive, and I will go find it on my Google Drive, and here it is. I'm going to insert it. And once it finishes uploading, I click Turn It In. This is the only way the teacher's going to be able to grade it. You got to make sure you turn it in. Click Turn In again, and it has officially been turned in. If you go back to classwork and click View Your Work, you will be able to see that the Secret Santa spreadsheet has been turned in. Okay, so that's how you're going to know the assignment's turned in. Once I get it graded, you can come back here, and instead of it saying turned in, you'll actually be able to see your grade. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know.